Okay, so hello and welcome back to another Discord bot tutorial. In the last few videos, I showed you how to set up your bot and how to do some basic things such as, just doing some commands, reacting to messages and reactions, but they weren't really realistic examples that you might use in your actual bot. So this video, I decided to do another simple example, but in this one, it'll be something more, usable. So for example, it asks you a question when you do a command, and then based on your reaction response, it does something different, like giving you a role or whatever, right? Just some actual example you might want to use in your bot. And then you can let me know down below what you want to see in the next few videos, like some, command ideas, for example, like what I could do. And I'll be sure to do those if you guys leave them down below. So make sure to do that if you want to actually, see tutorials on the things you want. But yeah, let's get to the video. But of course, first I've got to thank my patrons. A special thanks to SomeHobo101, Flow State Games, Average Morning, Luke Latham, Hades Zorko, Rene, Evgeny, Art Farrell, Buddha Ray, and Remy Baldwin. If anyone else is able to help support the channel monetarily, the link to my Patreon is down below. If not, there are also links down below to social media such as Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. If you could help me out by following on any of those, it'd be greatly appreciated. Now let's get to the video. So for this video, I came up with a fun little example. What we're going to do is we're going to have a command, and when you use it, the bot responds with an embed saying, are you sure you wish to join whatever? And then it has a thumbs up and a thumbs down reaction on it. And then depending on whether you react to it with the thumbs up or thumbs down, it then gives you a role or doesn't give you a role. Or even we could make it so that if you have the role already, it removes it, right? So we're going to make like an opt-in, opt-out thing, just a little example that you guys might like. As I said earlier in the video, let me know down below what you guys want to see for commands so that I can get around to, answering your questions and showing you how I'd go about doing the things you want me to try doing. So yeah, let's get to the coding. First things first, we've got to go to the bot CS, go down to where we register commands, and just like here where we register commands, we're going to copy the line, we're going to paste it, and we're going to make a new class, and we'll just call this like team commands, right? I don't know, maybe it's a command to join a team, it's really up to you. And we'll also go ahead and copy paste fun commands and rename to be team commands. And just remember, you've also got to rename this in here to be team commands. And there we go. Now, yeah, we can delete these commands, and we'll just leave one, like the ping command. We're going to go ahead and call it the join command, and the description can just be, let's just get rid of the description. I'm not going to worry about that. And we'll call the command join. So now the join command will work if we do !join, and we're not actually going to have any other parameters. You just do the command, and then it responds, and then you can respond to that, and then it does something afterwards, right? So let's get to that. So step one is to create an embed and send it to you. So say var join embed is equal to a new Discord embed builder. And obviously you can design this as much as you want, but for this I'm just going to set the title. So the title is equal to would you like to join? Right, can be whatever. I'm actually going to just go ahead and send it actually as well. So I'll say await context.channel. So basically the channel that the command was sent in. Send message async, and the message we're going to send is the join embed. But you can't just say join embed because it doesn't know what that is in here. We have to explicitly say the embed is the join embed. Configure await false. Okay, but now we've sent that embed to the server, but we need to actually cache it because we need to check for reactions on it. So var join message is equal to this, right? So we're going to send that message to the server, and we'll just also quickly set some other stuff, like we'll set the color to Discord color dot green. I don't know, it's up to you. And we can also set, for example, the description could be telling them like react with this to do this or whatever. It's up to you. I'm just going to set the thumbnail URL equal to context.client, which is referring to the bot. So context.client is the bot. .url, .user .url. So the avatar URL is essentially, the URL of the bot, which will be its, icon, its logo. Now, I think if the bot doesn't actually have a logo, it doesn't work. It just ignores this thing, but we'll put it in anyway. Would you like to join? Now, we have to actually react to this, right? So that's the next part. Once we've sent this message, we have to react to it. Okay, so let's go get the emojis. So if we go over to Discord, you'll notice how we have the little emoji tab down here. And if you search, for example, for thumbs up, you see we've got the thumbs up and thumbs down. And there's different ways of actually expressing them. We can do it as :-1 or thumbs down or thumb down, and then it's the opposite or the same, I guess, for the other one. So we want to define these in code. So we have to actually store them as a variable. And the way you do this is you go, say, var thumbs up emoji is equal to the Discord emoji class, which has a converter function. There's actually a few from Unicode, name, or guild emote if you have the ID for it. But we're going to go from name And for name, it wants the client. So basically, since different guilds, different servers have different emojis, you have to specify which one it's in. Now I know thumbs up and thumbs down is in them all, but you still have to say context.client. And then the actual emoji, we're going to go with just +1. Okay. And just to make sure this works, if we actually copy this and go over to Discord and send it, it does that, so it's correct. So this is thumbs up emoji. And then we can also just say thumbs down emoji is -1, which if we send this, it's like this. So now the bot can get thumbs up and thumbs down emoji, right? So it's cached that, it knows what these emojis are, and now it can react with them and also check for them when they've been replied with. So let's do that part now. Okay, so we'll just do join message, or await join message, and we want to create a reaction async, and the reaction emoji is the thumbs up emoji. And then also configure await false. And next line we're also going to do join message, join message dot create reaction async, thumbs down emoji. Okay, now let's actually just go test what we've got so far, right, just to see how it's working. Okay, so here we are in the server. I'm going to do $join and see what happens. Okay, so there we go, we get an embed. It uses the actual logo from the bot, here's the image, and then it has the thumbs up and the thumbs down reaction. And now what we want to happen is when I press thumbs up, it gives me a role and this embed goes away. Or if I press thumbs down, it might remove the role if I already have it, right? We'll do that, okay? So let's do the next part with the roles. So we have to do what we did last time with interactivity and actually await the reaction. So we say var interactivity is equal to context.client.get interactivity, like so. We can get the interactivity module, and then here we can say await interactivity dot, and we've got all these different things. So we want to essentially wait for reaction async, and we have to put in the essentially the predicate thing, which is the conditions for which makes this correct. A better way to explain this is we have to say stuff like which channel it has to be used in, who is doing the reaction, which reactions are valid, and so on, right? We have to just pass those in. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to say, well, it has to be in the same channel. Actually, well, even then, it has to be in the same channel, but we don't have to say that if it's on the same message because messages are in certain channels. So if we just say x where x dot message is equal to the join message, right? So, the join message. Okay, so that's one condition, the join message. And what other conditions are there, right? Well, let's put this into a new line. So we got where it's that message and where x dot one sec. It's not like this. It's just and x dot emoji, right? Because it's a reaction thing. And where x dot emoji is equal to the thumbs up emoji, or where x dot emoji is equal to the thumbs down emoji. Now I've got to fix something in a second. Never mind. I thought we had to. Okay. So when the reaction happens, it has to be on this message, and it has to be either the thumbs up emoji or the thumbs down emoji. Okay. Configure await false. But also, ideally, we want the person doing it to be the person who did the command. So we can also say that as well. And x dot author is equal to context dot member. Let me just see. So yeah, author is apparently not actually a variable on here. We've got member. Or x dot message dot member. And is it happy now? Yep. So this is a Discord member, this is a Discord user, but the thing is they can actually be the same. I feel like it's actually safer to go with the ID. And I swear x.author works. But apparently it doesn't. So we'll go with x.message.author, right? So we're saying the conditions for this is that the message has to be the same message, the person doing it has to be the one who did the command, and it has to be one of these emojis, right? Okay. Now we've done that. We've got the reactions, but this returns the result, right? So var result equals this. Okay. The next part is to do something based on the result. So we want to say if the reaction result dot emoji is equal to the thumbs up emoji, oops, then do this. Else if the reaction result.result.emoji is equal to the thumbs down emoji, and do this, and else something went wrong. You might want to send like an embed here or whatever, right? It's up to you. But if it's a thumbs up emoji, let's, for example, give them a role. So we'll say await context.member.grant role async. So we're going to give them a role. And the role, we have to actually like say the role. We can't just say the name of the role. So we can say var role equals ctx.guild.roles. Okay, and then we can say roles dot or guild dot get role. So we can get role by ID. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna say, if we go back to Discord, we go to the server settings. We go to roles, and I'm gonna make a new role called like member or something. And this member role has an ID, so we click copy ID. Go back over. Here is the ID. I'm just going to do it like this for now. So there's the ID. We want to grant them the role. Okay. And that's done. We've granted them the role. If they react like this, then we want to try removing the role or whatever, right? It's up to you. Do what you want. To remove the role, it's just called revoke. But we'll just do nothing, right? To be honest, we can just say if it's thumbs up, then do it. Otherwise, you know, whatever. We'll leave else. And now, when we end, all we want to do is want to delete the message that we're reacting to. So await join message dot delete async. Okay. So now, once we're done and we've given them the role or whatever, then we just delete the thing. So let's go test this out. Okay, so I accidentally made a mistake. So if we go back to the reaction result, the X is, remember, the message that we're reacting to. And keep in mind, the author is not me, right? Because I didn't make the embed. So we can't check that the message author ID is me, because that's wrong, right? We just need to make sure that the person who is reacting is me. So we can say, well, first of all, we need to get rid of this check. And we should also put brackets around this emoji check, because it's saying this and this or this. So that's still correct. It's going to go away in a second. And we want to make sure that the X dot, and X dot. Now look, we've got all these different things. We've got message user. User is the one we want to go with because user is the person who did the reaction. So our X dot user is equal to context dot user. Okay. And we have to do the ands again. And now we can run it and it should work. Let's go over to Discord and let it start up and then respond with join. We'll say no, it goes away. I haven't got the role. I'll say join again. Ask me if I want to join. I'm going to say yes. It goes away and I have the member role. What actually happens if I say yes again? Yeah, it just doesn't do anything, right? It just stays there. It's fine. There's no errors you have to catch or anything. It works just fine. So yeah, that's obviously a simple example. If you guys want access to this code, it's on my GitHub down below. Just go down to my GitHub, find the Discord bot. Yeah, but leave suggestions down below about what commands you want to see, what kind of things you want me to make, and yeah, I'll get around to doing those. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, leave a like and subscribe. It would mean a lot. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.